Google phone. Do you believe groundhogs can pop out too? In fact, there will be a tea ceremony in North America on February 2nd every year. Because groundhogs will end their hibernation on February 2nd, North American people find that if groundhogs return to their holes, it means that winter will continue. Didn't go back after a few weeks if the groundhog drilled out, then it means that spring will come early. Really better prepare in time. You're a groundhog and that's how it goes. North American people are also accustomed to the Groundhog Halloween. You don't transfer. Do you know why you dress up as a ghost on Halloween? Actually, it has something to do with the Catholic Church. They think that on October 31st there will be come to the world with the dead. They are likely to kill the living, live on their behalf. So people dress up as ghosts. Bring back all these ghosts. Moving ice tray. Have you ever seen a river freeze over? Then you have seen that there are 11 in the festival. Will you turn side by side? This place appeared. Actually, it's just a natural phenomenon. When the soldier turned, the friction between him and his surroundings becomes smoother. So what you see is a round ice tray. British purpose. If you go to a cemetery in England, you will find there is a cage above. What are these cages for? Is it to prevent the whirl? In fact, this cage is because the British Medical School is working 18th and 19th century events. The lack of physical anatomy of fish is due to the emergence of some local videos that specialize in digging graves and selling them to people in medical schools. Families of 20 bodies to prevent these people made a cage right over the tomb. Do you get thirsty? Water is the source of life. Generally speaking, we also drink 8 glasses of water, able to maintain the body. Then you think that living in water every day is to drink water. Will they ever be thirsty? In fact, the answer is obviously the need, because there is no living organism to begin with. But the different vision is not to drink water with the mouth. Pre-absorb and excrete water with the help of body surface. However, because the ambient water concentration is number 1 in you, so his generally drains outwards. But the saltwater fish has not yet returned. Seawater assistant, so they will always need to be hydrated. Unusual record. Do you like to listen to music? People used to sing. Look at this record, isn't it nice? It's not actually a record, but a tree. The maker parsed this big tree. He said that after the growth rings on it, combine them together. This can also make a piano piece super big mouse. Have you ever been to America? If you have been to America, you sometimes see some big inflatable rats on the street. Do you know why these big rats are here? This is not an art. Or American workers are on strike. They used rats to protest, represent their working environment and the rats. The environment is as bad. Want to improve the working environment in Bear Square Poo. Have you ever seen algebra? They live in Australia, and most of them are very cute. Why their poo is still square. So scientists have been studying why their discrimination. Is it square? The original theory is that Nobita stacked their currents for convenience. Coordinate system but with additional different theories. Discover pandas. 24 bell shape. And it's for corners have very little elasticity. Poop for big bear. It will take off after a while. So their face changing ends up being square like they tasted like. In fact, it is what everyone calls square poo. Now most people will be resting past the time. It is to grow according to the unified standard. Why is there always a sign that looks like a musical note? In fact, this is because all the videos on Douyin have music and the initials of Douyin are Pinyin. It looks like clothes, so I made it like this. So why is it more black? Because the designer went to a bar while designing. He found the bar was dark. Only the big screen is bright. Therefore, it is designed to be black and occupy most of the area. Chengdo's English name needs to be read. So the Buddha also has the feeling of trembling. Wang Ji. Speak to his judge. Have you found the law in the UK? Above the toilet. Judges wear wigs. Do you know why? In the past, the reason for letting the law. What is the big deal? Because in order to prevent criminals and their families know the true identity of the judge, shut down some people are revenge. And now there is no such worry. But out of respect for the predecessors, judges wear wigs and so on. Versace. Have you heard of Versace? But it's an Italian clothing item. But I think it's just Medusa in Greek mythology. Represents fatal attraction. Legend says you can't just be Medusa, or you will turn to stone. Why this shock? Good model philosophy founding. He is also committed to designing such shocking clothes. I don't know if you were shocked after seeing Versace's clothes. Do you think there are really sea monsters in the sea? In fact, many people now think that the prototype of the sea monster is due to the fact that the one in the corner of the scientist is not as big as a squid, but in 2000 someone saw a picture of fish swimming under the sea inside due to something. Although it is not possible, but it's also a kind of hilarious. His degree. Cups available. What do you usually use to drink water? Cup, right? Do you see they are eating cups? This is actually an edible cup, like fudge, and this cup is biodegradable. Will not pollute the painting. Environmental fast food restaurant. Where can you see fast food restaurants together now? He is the current fast food restaurant. He is on the tram, because this way the fast food restaurant can move the local workers around with the tram and don't have to spend time looking for fast food everywhere. Fast food restaurant. Time savings. But then as more and more people eat fast food, it won't be busy if you continue like this. So the fast food restaurant is fixed like this. A special symphony that allows more people to eat food quickly. Do you like to listen to music? There have been various bands since there was music. Have you ever seen this symphony? They don't play on instruments, but beat. Typewriter playing. There are already more than 20 this month.